Communicative competence is the ability to communicate effectively or to choose the appropriate communicative behavior in a given situation. It concerns aspects like what to say and how to say it, as well as when to say it. It includes both the capability to send messages as well as to receive and understand them. Competence is often used as a synonym for ability and contrasted with performance. Competence can be present even if it is not exercised, while performance consists in the realization of this competence. However, some theorists reject this distinction and hold instead that whether the behavior is actually performed is highly relevant for whether the competence is possessed. On this view, performance is the observable part and is used to infer competence in relation to future performances. Some scholars define communicative competence subjectively as the person's perception of their performance, i.e., whether they manage to realize their own goals. A further approach is to understand it more objectively, judged from the perspective of an observer concerning whether a person meets social expectations. These two perspectives are not mutually exclusive and can be combined by achieving one's personal goals while doing so in a socially appropriate way. In this regard, there are two central components to communicative competence: effectiveness and appropriateness. Effectiveness is the degree to which the speaker achieves their desired outcomes or the degree to which preferred alternatives are realized. This means that whether a communicative behavior is effective does not just depend on the actual outcome but also on the speaker's intention, i.e., whether this outcome was what they intended to achieve. Because of this, some theorists additionally require that the speaker has the background knowledge of what they were doing. This means that they should be able to give an explanation of why they engaged in one behavior rather than another. Effectiveness is closely related to efficiency but not identical to it. The difference is that effectiveness is about achieving goals while efficiency is about using few resources, such as time, effort, and money, in the process. Appropriateness means that the communicative behavior meets social standards and expectations. It is the perceived legitimacy or acceptability of behavior or enactments in a given context. This means that the speaker is aware of the social and cultural context in order to adapt and express the message in a way that is considered acceptable in the given situation. For example, to bid farewell to their teacher, a student may use the expression, "Goodbye, sir," but not the expression, "I got a split man," which they may use when talking to a peer. To be both effective and appropriate means to achieve one's preferred outcomes in a way that follows social standards and expectations. Many additional components of communicative competence have been suggested, such as empathy, control, flexibility, sensitivity, and knowledge. It is often discussed in terms of the communication skills employed in the process, i.e., the specific behavioral components that make up communicative competence. They include nonverbal communication skills and conversation skills, as well as message production and reception skills. Examples of message production skills are speaking and writing, while listening and reading are the corresponding reception skills. On a purely linguistic level, communicative competence involves a proper understanding of a language, including its phonology, orthography, syntax, lexicon, and semantics. It impacts many aspects of the person's life that depend on successful communication, like ensuring basic necessities of survival as well as building and maintaining relationships. Communicative competence is a key factor regarding whether a person is able to reach their goals in social life. like having a successful career or finding a suitable spouse. Because of this, it can have a big impact on the individual's well-being. The lack of communicative competence, on the other hand, can cause problems both on the individual and the societal level, including professional, academic, and health problems.